Okay. Good morning, everybody. November
Morning, Bill.
4th.
Morning.
November 4th, is it? My
Yes.
goodness.
Fourth.
Jesus was wandering around Jerusalem when he decided he really needed a new robe. After looking around for a while, he saw a sign for Finkelstein's the tailor. So he went into the shop and he talked to the tailor, and the tailor measured him up and said, "Come back in a few days and I'll have a robe for you." Jesus arrived a couple of days later, and Finkelstein put his new robe on, brushed it a little bit, and Jesus said, "Well, how much do I owe you?" Finkel said, "Oh, there's no charge." Right? No charge at all for the Son of God. However, may I ask you a small favor? Whenever you give one of your sermons, perhaps you could just mention that your nice new robe was made by Finkelstein the tailor. Jesus readily agreed and promised to extol the virtues of Finkelstein's robes whenever he spoke to the masses. Right? A few months later, when Jesus was again walking through Jerusalem, he happened to pass by Finkelstein's shop and noted the huge line of people waiting for Finkelstein's robes. He pushed his way through the crowd to speak to Finkelstein. As soon as Finkelstein spotted him, he said, "Jesus, Jesus, look what you've done to my business. Would you consider a partnership?" "Certainly," replied Jesus. So it'll be Jesus and Finkelstein, it is. "Oh, no," said Finkelstein. "Finkelstein and Jesus is what it's going to be. After all, I'm the craftsman." The two of them debated for some time. Their discussion was long and spirited, but ultimately fruitful, and they finally came up with a mutually acceptable compromise. A few days later, they put up the sign for the shop, and it read, "Lord and Taylor." All right. That was not bad. Come on.
That was good.
There's Bill Kelleher. How you doing, William?
Doing all right. How are you doing?
We missed you a couple of weeks there. You okay?
I've had some health problems. I was in the hospital for a while. I'm back.
You were in the hospital?
Yeah,
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm okay. I had gallbladder problems and I got to go back for surgery next month, but I'm just taking it
Oh,
easy right now.
yep, I understand. Wow. Well, thanks for joining us. We missed you. We had a lot of questions I couldn't answer. I, I needed my thesaurus or my dictionary or my. Oh, you're our Google. That's what you are.
Yeah,
All right. Last time we talked about the iPhone. So if everybody gets out their piece of paper, we talked about tips and tricks. And I want to give you a little quiz on the iPhone to start with here. Okay. So let me share my screen.
Something to write on a board or something. I'll write on it.
Okay, do you see the screen, everybody?
Yep.
Yes. I'm gonna mute all, so in case you get phone calls or something. First question. What is the name of the button on the side of the iPhone that you use to turn it on and off? Is it called the home button, the power button, the volume button, or the side button?
About the
Power
side
Number
button.
two. Pardon me?
How about,
Are we supposed to be telling you or writing it down?
Write it down. Pencil, paper, write it down. How do you take a screenshot with an iPhone? You press the home button and the power button at the same time. You press the volume up button and the power button at the same time. You press the side button and the volume up button at the same time. You press the side button and the volume up and the volume button at the same time. Number three, how do you open the control center? Swipe down from the top right corner of the screen, swipe up from the bottom of the screen, swipe left from the right edge of the screen, and swipe right from the left edge of the screen. Whoa.
Swipe down.
Now this is your iPhone, all right? How do you get to the notification? What was that one? Yeah, how do you get to the notification center? Swipe down from the top left corner of the screen, swipe up from the bottom of the screen, swipe left from the right edge or right from the left edge. How do you force a restart of your iPhone? Press and hold the power button for 5 seconds. Press and hold the volume up button and the power button for 5 seconds. Press and hold the home button and the power button at the same time for 5 seconds. And press and hold the side button and the volume down button at the same time for 5 seconds. By the way, the like question answer 2 there, press and hold the volume up button and it does say at the same time. Okay. Number 6. How do you update your iOS, your operating system? You go to Settings, General, Software Update, connect your phone to the computer and open iTunes. Go to the App Store and tap Update, the Update tab, or all of the above. How do you download and install apps on your iPhone? You go to the Apple Store and tap the search bar. You find the app you want to download and tap the Get button. If required, enter your Apple ID and password, or tap on the Install button. Now, that could be a trick question, you know. Number 8, how do you install apps on your iPhone? 7. Tap and hold the app icon. Oh, how do you uninstall apps on your phone? Tap and hold the app icon until it jiggles. Tap the X at the top right corner of an app. Tap the delete button, or all of the above. Number 9, how do you use Siri on your phone? Press and hold the side button. Say, hey Siri, ask Siri a question or give her a command, or all of the above.
Sure, just ask.
And number 10, how do you take a selfie with your iPhone? Open the camera app, swipe to the front facing swipe to the front facing camera,
Okay.
tap
Look this on the web for number 10. How do you take a selfie with your iPhone? Open the app camera, swipe. Check it out.
She's going to give me the answer here. Tap the shutter button at the top of the photo or all of the above. I'm hoping most of you got most of these. Number one, the answer is the name of the button is called the side button.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's also called the power button, by the way. So if those of you put B, that's fine.
that's what I did.
Number two, how do you take a screenshot with your iPhone? You press the top button and the home button simultaneously. Depending on your phone,
Okay.
you press the side button and the volume down button at the same time. I'm sorry, it should be C and D or D. Press the side button and the volume up button at the same time, or press the top button and the home button simultaneously, depending on your phone.
Um,
Now, some of you may disagree with that, do you?
yes, I disagree with that.
I know. And are
Because
you doing them simultaneously, Jim?
yes, but that doesn't work on mine that way you say it does.
When you press and hold them simultaneously, is that correct?
Yes, if I press and hold them simultaneously, I get the option to slide to power down, medical
Yeah,
ID, and so on.
and it happens on both of them, right?
For both of them, yes.
Up and down.
Up and down, the same thing.
I don't know why, but this is the official answer.
Okay. It doesn't work on mine anyway.
Bill, this is Joan. There's another option and you can,
But that went very nicely.
Go ahead. There's another option.
my phone has a button, but I just press it and get Siri and say screenshot.
There you go.
I have assistive touch that gets me a screenshot.
There you go. I didn't include those answers in here, but yes. Where are we here?
4.
We were on 4. That was the notification center. Control center.
We're on 3.
3 was screenshot.
No, 2 was screenshot.
2 is screenshot. Yeah. Number 3, how do you open the control center? A, swipe down from the top right corner of the screen. Is that true for everybody? The
Yes,
problem here is we have the iPhones with the home button and those without it. And so it can get a little complicated in terms of the answer. The notification center, you swipe down from the top left corner. And this is the one we were discussing. How do you do a forced restart?
I put it in the dryer.
On the newer iPhones, you press and hold the power button. The older ones, I'm sorry,
Last
for
time I
5
checked, it was
seconds.
20 minutes ago.
On the newer ones, you press and hold the side button and the volume down button for 5 seconds. Now that doesn't work for Jim, apparently.
no, either one works for me, up or down.
Yep. You just can't take a screenshot this way. How do you update the iOS software on your phone? Go to Settings, General, Software Update. All of the above will do it, right? Connect your phone to the computer and open iTunes. I don't know many people who do it that way, but you can. And I didn't know you could go to the Apple Store and tap the Update tab. I didn't think that was true. But that's what the
I
professionals are
thought that
telling
just
me.
worked for updating the apps.
I did too. I did too, Jim, or Bill. How do you download and install the apps on your phone? Go to the App Store. And this is the sequence you do. You go to the App Store, tap the search bar. You enter the app you're looking for, you find what you want to download and tap Get. If required, enter your Apple ID and password and then tap Install. So that's the sequence you would follow to do it. So the answer there is A through D. Any one of the above will work. We'll give you a star. Number 8. How do you install apps on your iPhone? You tap and hold uninstall. Okay. Again, it's all the above. You tap, press and hold so they shake. You tap the X and then you tap delete. How do you use Siri on your phone? Press and hold the side button. You can also say, "Hey Siri." You can ask Siri a question or give her a command.
I'd really rather answer something.
Are you hearing those responses?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
That's because I said HEYSIRI. And the last one is how to take a selfie on your phone. And again, it's all of the above. Open the camera app, change it to the front-facing camera and tap the shutter to take the photo. So hopefully most of you got that pretty good. You got most of it correct. Okay,
Yes. Hey, Bill.
go ahead, please.
Also, you can just say Siri and get her. You don't have to say hey anymore on the new operating system.
Yep, I know. Yep. Everybody hear that? You can just say
Don't have to try, maybe.
SIRI and get Siri as well.
Alexis. That's Google's.
Okay,
I think that's been done with that, you know, on the table.
now today's class is on the iPad, tips and tricks. What I've made this one is as much a review of things you might have forgotten or need to review as much as tips and tricks. So for example, there's my iPad. And let's talk about some tips when using the iPad. Okay. There's a screen called the app switcher. And I may not have called it that in the past, but that's what it is. And can everybody see the screen okay? Yes? Anybody not?
Yes.
Okay. To get to the app switcher, you swipe up from the bottom of your iPad screen like you put your finger down here at the bottom and you pull it up and stop in the middle. And this is called the app switcher screen. 2 things you can accomplish when you get there. Everybody able to get to the app switcher? Yes? Okay.
Doesn't say app.
You put your finger at the bottom and you pull up and stop in the middle. And then lift your finger off and you should get something like that. That's the finger down here at the bottom and you pull up. 2 things you can do there. One is you can open the app. So if you have 5 or 6 apps open and you're not sure where they are on your home screens, you can go to the app switcher if you've opened them in the last and still they're in the app switcher. So for example, let me go to I'll go to settings. And now I'm going to go back to the home screen And if I pull up and stop in the middle, there's settings. Now I can add music to that, right? There's the music app. And I pull up and stop in the middle, and there's the two of them. Now you may have 10 or 15 or 20 of them open. The other thing you can do here is you can stop them from running. And there's a little debate whether that saves battery life, but it does. If you have a whole bunch running, it does interfere with the performance of your iPad at the very least. It's taking up memory space, which could be used by other applications. And what I can do
Bill-
here is I can put my finger on one of them, push it up. Oops, I started it. Put my finger on it, pull it up, and I can get it out of the way. And I've stopped the app from running.
Bill, can you get rid of all those at once? Because when
I wish you could. You can on an Android, you cannot on an iPad. So you just have to, you can do two at once with two fingers
Oh, okay, thank you.
simultaneously, but one at a time is the way most of us get rid of them.
Bill, to get to
Yes.
that, I can't do a swipe up, but if I hit the home button twice, it does the same thing.
That's right. And an older iPad, thank you, Huey. In an older iPad, if you double tap the home button, that gives you the apps that are running or the app switcher screen.
What do you mean by an
Right.
older iPad? Mine's
The
a
new-
ninth
the new-
generation.
I know the newer iPads don't have a home button.
Well, you can't do that.
You have the standard iPad, Huey?
Yes.
I thought my iPad was
I don't think, well, they discontinued it. I'm not sure. If we check on Gen 10, probably not there. Or is 9 the latest one?
No, 10th is the latest.
Yeah, so they eliminated it on the 10th, probably. I have an iPad Air which has it, and then I have the iPad whatever, a couple generations later, does not have it.
Bill, when we got to that foggy screen, now why did you want us to go there? What was the object?
Which screen?
Well, where we pulled it up halfway and it was cloudy. Why did we do that? What did we want to do?
And we walked up to here and it did that.
Yeah. What was the purpose? What did we want to get to?
Okay, that is the applications that are currently running on your device.
Okay, thank you.
You started it sometime in the past, and they're still there in the background, ready to continue from where you left them off.
Thank you.
Now, oftentimes, if I don't have an application that's running well, I will go here and I will stop it and then restart it by going to the home screen. So that, for example, there's Notes, and I flick it out of the way, and then I would reopen Notes. Okay, and oftentimes that fixes the problem you might have with Notes. Now, this question was on the quiz you took, but how do you get to the control center on your iPad? Put your finger in the top right-hand corner, and that's the corner up here, and you pull down. I can't do it with my little dot, I don't think. Nope. And you pull down, and there's the control center. Now, what people usually do is they put things in there that are easily or quickly accessible that they might want. Instead of having to search for an app, for example, right there's the camera app. And I could click on the camera app to open the camera. Here's the timer app. Okay. I could go here and change the letter or the font size of the fonts on my machine. This particular one that looks like a EKG, for example, the one that has all the ups and downs. Let me use the other pointer. This guy, all right, that's a voice recorder. All right. Now,
Bill, how do you add some of those accessories and
um,
screens?
that's a good question. Let me finish this, Huey, and I will show you. You see this little icon right here that I'm pointing at? That's the only place on the iPad you can stop it from rotating. So when you turn the iPad to portrait mode, right now mine's in landscape mode. And if I do that, I'm going to do it. Is it going? Yeah. See how it changed? And I change it back. Right? I can stop that from happening if I desire. The only place that I can find where you can do that is right here. See the little circle with the lock in the middle? And if you look real closely at that, you'll see a hasp. And my hasp is open. If I click on it, and now the hasp is closed and it will not rotate when I turn my iPad. Now, what you do is you put it in the portrait or landscape position you want to do. You want to keep it in, and then you pull it down. Okay?
Bill,
You
we,
asked. Go
we
ahead.
had that thing, but I lost it. Where did we get that again?
You have things. Oh, you lost the control center?
Well, I got Control Center. I can go to that, okay. And then how do I get that thing that turns?
You tap it.
But where's
It
the little,
doesn't. It doesn't turn it. It just locks it in the position it's in.
but I don't see that little hash thing. Where is it? Is it in the
You don't have.
settings list?
What I'm pointing to is this little thing,
Oh,
the little hasp in the middle of the lock.
oh,
Okay. And if I click on that, let me do it with my finger. You'll notice it's really small, but you can see that the hasp is closed. So you don't have that icon on your screen?
I can't find it.
It's
I
not
got
on
that,
it's
I got that app library. Is that where I look for?
no.
Oh,
It's in the control. Are you looking at the control center right now?
I don't think so. Do I go to settings to get that or?
No. You're on your home screen.
Yes,
You put your finger in the top right-hand corner
okay,
and pull down.
okay. Okay, I got it. Thank you very much.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Getting old and
Now,
slow.
no. It's all about learning. Huey asked an interesting question. Bill, I don't have the same icons down here that you have. How did you get all those? Well, the way I got all those was I went to the app called Settings. So here's Settings. Right, so that's what it looks like. And I click on it. And then in the settings menu that shows up on the left, it says Control Center. You click on that. And there are a bunch of apps with red on mine. There's a bunch of apps with red minus signs.
Yeah.
Right? It's a red circle with a minus sign in the middle. Those are the apps that I have on my device. And this is an important one to remember from Apple. When you click on something, that means you're doing what that button implies. For example, if I click on that minus sign on Quick Note, Quick Note will no longer be on the control center. So if I click on it, it says remove.
Okay.
So now it's no longer in the control center.
That isn't where I got it.
Now, Huey's question was,
So you can turn
how
it.
do I add?
Really good. I wouldn't touch them.
How do I add? How do I add one? Well, you go scroll down to where the green plus sign is. The plus sign does not mean that it's in the control center. That means if you click the plus sign, it will come into the control center. And you see quick notes down here? Quick note. If I click the plus sign, it shows up here. One of the hardest things I had to get used to was this particular feature, that the minus sign does not mean that it's not there. It means if you click it, it will not be there. They're called action buttons. It will perform that action. Okay? I assume, Hugh, you got that or not? Yes? You got to unmute yourself.
Why? Yes. Yeah, I did get it. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'm playing with it right now.
I lose people when they start playing with it, though. Okay. Okay. There's another feature when you look at gestures called notifications, right? If you put your finger on the top right of the screen and pull down, you get what's called the notifications. All right.
Bill, I've got a dumb question. I've got a friend here with me and she can't get her settings and she had them before, but now she shows offline. How does she get back on my line here?
She's offline.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me get to that in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Let me cover notifications and then
Thank you.
we'll talk
Thank you.
about Wi-Fi connection.
We'll get to that.
Okay. When I look at notifications here, it says I have a notification from my calendar, from the weather app, and I'm not sure what the key is. Compromised password, the password for your Facebook account has appeared in a data link. I'm not sure that's that may be a scam. So it's suggesting I have to go to Facebook and change my password. But these are all three notifications I got, along with one from Tips. And notice the little symbol on the notification. That one says it's from Tips, from my calendar, and I'm not sure where the key's coming from. Also notice in the notification center, it looks like a three-dimensional effect on daylight saving time and weather channel. If I tap this one, it expands and gives me all the weather channel ones I have. Okay. So those weather channel ones, and it tells you, by the way, whoops, I didn't want to do that. It tells you when it came. So I got one an hour ago, one at 4:51 p.m. yesterday, on Tuesday, etc. All right.
Bill, can you say again how I get to the notifications?
Upper left-hand corner of your screen and pull down.
Left hand.
It doesn't work on
Doesn't
mine.
want to do that.
It doesn't work on mine.
It doesn't work.
on mine either.
No, it doesn't work.
Now
You're
it
going
does.
off
I
this.
had to do it 3 times.
Are you starting off the
I
screen
think you
and
gotta
pulling
do it
down?
from the center and pull down, Bill.
The center and pull down works as well. Yep. Try the center. Jim, you weren't able to get the notification center?
No, apparently not.
I think I know why. And I'll show you right now.
Okay,
If we go to settings, and before I get to notification center, I want to make sure we get that one person back online. You see where it says, I went to the notification center. I went to the settings menu,
yes,
right?
You couldn't get that.
So everybody go to your home screen and find the little settings icon and tap it.
Oh, I can't even get that out.
She can't get that.
Oh, here, I got it
Oh,
now.
she got it.
Okay.
You don't
And
have,
it says Wi-Fi.
she doesn't have that gray round thing. The
Yes,
setting.
she does somewhere. Somewhere she does. Oh, I get it. I have to tell one other thing.
Wait, one other thing.
I went down a rabbit hole here.
Wait,
If you,
here, listen.
so we were talking about notification center, then we were going to talk about settings,
Yes.
and now I can't find settings,
Yeah,
right? I can't
Yeah,
find
right.
settings.
right.
There is a place you can go to find your settings. You can find an app no matter where it is. And it's called the application library. In other words, all the applications you have on your device are in the application library. They may not be on your home screen, or you may not be able to find them. And the way you find them
Yeah.
is you can either have this little icon in the lower right-hand corner on something called the dock. This is called the dock. Now, if you don't have that, you sweep from right to left,
Sweep from right.
like I'm doing on my screen,
Yeah, right to left
and you keep doing that until this appears.
until what appears.
Those squares.
Okay.
There.
And then you tap where it says App Library at the top,
Okay,
Tap.
and you can type in settings or scroll down. They're now in alphabetic order, and you can scroll down to settings.
settings.
So I typed in SET, and then I can get to settings.
Did you see?
Okay.
Okay, press it. Yeah. Okay, we got to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now you put your Wi-Fi on.
And there's Wi-Fi, and you tap Wi-Fi, and you choose and put in the password for the Wi-Fi place you are. Now, since I'm there,
Thank
so now
you.
I've got Wi-Fi. You see where it says notifications right below that?
wait a minute, where is it?
I don't see.
It should be in the next group, Jim.
Oh, no,
I'm in settings, and I scroll down, I go down to where it says notifications.
Oh, I see notification.
is that all the way to the bottom, sort of,
No, right at the top.
toward the top? Oh, yes.
Okay, we got it too.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, got it.
Thank you.
now, what can happen is you control how notifications are given to you and from what source they come from. So if you look down through here, I'm just saying I show my notifications as a stack. I could show, well, I'll change it to count just to see what that looks like. Didn't change yet, right? Or list. I have mine on stack. Just a different way they're displayed on the screen. I haven't played with what those are, but you can try it. But down below, it says I can get notification from all these apps that are on my device. Now, you're not going to have this amount there. Okay. But you should go down and let me show you one. Let me go to one. Oh, earthquakes. My son lives in California, so I like to know if there's earthquakes happening. Right? So I put an app called Earthquake on my device. Let me pick one. Let me pick one that messages, right? We all get messages, and you can get notified you got a message. You see where it says messages there? So hopefully you have the Messages app, and it is capable of sending you notifications. So I'm going to tap the arrow besides messages. All right. Now, the first thing you have to say is, I want to be able to get notification from the application messages. And that's allow notifications from that guy. Now, if Jim has all of his turned off, he won't get any notifications.
Okay, where?
Right? In other words, you go down through the list here. See the list I'm looking at? I don't get notifications from the home application or the iBreathe application or the iTunes store. I don't get notifications from those apps. I turned them off. Right? And if you turn them off, let me go to messages again. If I turn them off, I will not get any notifications. And that's okay. They won't be pestering you. But if you wanted to get notifications, you turn them on for the app you want. Okay, there's critical alerts and time sensitive notifications. I want everything you can give me from messages. And I want them to show up in the notification center. I could turn that off and say, I don't want it from the notification center, but I want them, and in my case, and I get them as a banner. What's a banner? When I get a message, a little icon appears at the top saying I just got a message. I choose not to get them on the lock screen. That makes sense to everybody? Yeah. That little banner that appears at the top can either remain on the screen till I flick it out of the way. That's called persistent. Or I can use the little arrow here and say, make it temporary. So it appears up there and then disappears, oftentimes before I get a chance to see it. So I choose to leave it in persistent. And it can make a sound. Mine makes a sound of aurora. And when I look at the message, I'll see the little badge or the icon of the messaging app. Okay? So what people do is they go down through all their apps and decide which ones they want to get notifications from. I just downloaded, we're going on a cruise next year, and I downloaded the Princess app, and that's this one. And I want it to make a sound and send badges and everything to me if they send a notification to me. right? You'll notice most of mine are off. And I only choose the one I want to get notifications from. You can set this up to be a real pest if you had it too many of them. Okay? Any questions on notifications?
But Bill, that still doesn't let me know where the notification, I don't get it notifications when I come from the left-hand side and switch down, I don't get any notifications. And I've got
Don't
some,
push down, you pull your finger down to the center of the screen, Jim.
yeah, I've
Don't
done
push
that.
it. You
Yeah.
don't push it. You can do it in the middle of the screen and pull down.
Mary Ann, there you go.
You don't get anything when you do that?
When I do that, I get two boxes. One at the top that's got a magnifying glass and it says search, Siri suggestions. And underneath that's got settings, Safari, mail, calculator, messages, American Express. And then I've got another box over on the left-hand side that's got the typewriter on it. That's all I get.
You put your finger, go back to your home screen,
Yes, I'm there.
and you put your finger at the top edge of the screen and you pull down. I'm sorry. And pull it clear down to the bottom. Put your finger in the middle of the top of the screen and pull down like that. What do you get?
The same thing that I told you a minute ago. I get two boxes.
You get what?
There are two displays.
Two displays. Okay.
Oh, wait. At the very top, there is a display that's got the magnifying glass and the search and a few other things. And the other one toward the bottom and left-hand side is a typewriter screen. That's what I get when I do that.
Jim, you're getting the spotlight search. If you touch in the middle and pull down, that's what you get. You got to start off the edge and then pull down from off the edge to get the notifications.
All right, I'm going to start from off the edge and pull down.
Right.
Didn't work. Doesn't work.
You have an iPad, some kind of protective case where it doesn't allow you to actually touch the top edge of the screen?
Well, I don't know about that. It's in some sort of a case. Yes, it's in the case.
It's in a case. You may not be able to hit the edge.
Maybe.
Now there's a frame going around the iPad.
Yeah.
And you have to start on the frame. And if you're hitting your case, that could be the issue.
Yeah. I have no trouble getting the control center. That comes up just fine the way it should be.
Yep, I know, gotcha.
But
And
to
you're
get
not getting it for notifications. Wow.
Bill, this is Barbara, and you know what? I have the exact same thing happening on mine as James is. I get that same two boxes that he gets, and I cannot get the notification center either.
Thank you for saying that. I'm glad to hear somebody else is having it.
Yep.
And this is the same people who have the problem with the power up and power down and taking a screenshot. Is that correct?
It is for me, yes.
Wow. And I don't know, Jim. I don't know. We'd have to research that or you can do Google and say, why can't I get to the notification center? because you should be able to reach it.
Bill, what was the next step when you get the notification center, and then what do you do next?
Oh, when you have the notification center, if you want to see more about that particular thing, you just go ahead and tap it, right? And it opens it. Okay. So here I got a notification about daylight saving signs from the Weather Channel. I tap that. Right? And then I tap it again because I had multiple Weather Channel notifications. I tap it again and it opens that. It opens the app and then tells me what's going on. All right. Think of it as a sticky note that somebody put on your door when they came by and knocked and you weren't home. And they say, I was here, please contact me. And you pull up the sticky note and you contact. So here I got a sticky note from Tips. Right, so I tap, I open up the sticky note from Tips, and there's all the tips. Okay.
Bill, I only get some advertising and nothing what I really want to know about.
I understand, but that's the app. Depends on the app, what it's going to give you.
Okay. I have one more question. You are breaking up very frequently, and also the other people that talk. Could that be my internet?
Could be, yes. Your internet
Okay.
speed.
What am I in? That was breaking up again.
I didn't hear you. Say again, please.
You very often break up, and also if somebody else talks, they're breaking up. Is that the reason for my internet?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. What can I do about it?
You pay the internet, you contact whoever your internet service provider is and see what kind of service they're providing you. And you may have to pay more money to get a faster rate, faster speed.
Okay.
Bill, this is Barbara Cable, and I can't even get on my computer for Zoom because they say that it's an unstable network, and then they give an arrow code. And I've talked to my provider, and they said, oh, your internet is fine. It's way beyond Zoom minimum. And so have you ever heard anybody else have that problem? I just can't get on my computer. I'm on my iPad. And I'm near the router and everything.
I don't have an answer for that one.
And I went on Zoom too, and they said, well, on Zoom, they said, well, I got onto a community site, and there are lots and lots of people are having that problem. I just wondered if anybody else is. Because I used to be on for years. I've used 3 years on Zoom. No problem.
You said other people in your neighborhood have the same problem?
No, this is a community thing from Zoom. You know how you go on zoom.com and there's a group of people complaining.
And you can't get on that? You can't get on that?
Nobody had any solution. They all had the same problem I have, but they don't have a solution.
Gotcha.
And Zoom doesn't seem to have a solution either. So I don't know. I just wondered if other people were having that problem on this at all.
Yeah.
Bill, should one have Google Maps on? I don't have it, but my friend has it. Should that be on Google Maps?
Should be on where?
Well, when she goes into notifications, you know how you said we'll press the
Well,
one.
you could have Google Maps if you have Google Maps app
Yeah,
and you go to your notifications
right.
and you scroll down. Do I have Google Maps? I'm not sure I do.
I don't have it, but my friend has it. So should it
Well,
be
you no, in order for it to show up, yeah, I don't have Google Maps on my device. It would show up in the notifications list, and then you could get notifications from it. But it's another Maps program in addition to the one from Apple.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it's better.
A new game fish. Did you hear the one about the new game fish in Illinois' Department of Natural Resources is trying to breed? They took a coho and crossed it with a walleye, and they call it a co-wall. It has great taste. It fights like hell, but wasn't very large. So they crossed it with a muskie, and they call it a Kowalski. It has the best everything. It fights hard, it tastes great, it grows to 50 inches. The only problem is it doesn't know how to swim. Okay. A little break. Oh. Let's see, we covered a bunch of these. Wow. See what I just did on my device? I've got two screens open simultaneously, right? Two windows, right? And I bet you're wondering how I did that. The screen they figure is large enough on an iPad to be able to what they call split screen it or have multiple windows open at the same time. And what I want to do is show you how you could, for example, I could start a note. So I'm going to open notes. And there's three little dots at the top of notes. See the three little dots up here? Now, don't try to keep up with me. Just watch what I'm doing, and then I'll go back through it. So you get the idea of what I'm doing, and then you can try it. Okay? The three little dots appear up there, and I tap the three little dots. And it says split view. So I tap that. And it kind of worked off to the edge down here. And now I'm going to go down here and find photos and click that. Okay. So I'm going to go to photos. And now I've got photos in one screen and notes on the other. And I'm going to start a new note by clicking right here. Then I'm going to go over here to my photos. Right. And I'm going to look for, there we go. Oops. And let me get this picture. And I want to put it in the note. I think I should be able to click on it and transfer it over there. If not, let me pick a different picture. I can copy it. I can come over here, click and paste. And now I've put that particular picture in the note. I could have been an email. That could have been anything that I could be using the keyboard with. I could move the picture from one screen to another. So
Why didn't it take the whole picture?
because of the way I took it. I done it that way. Come over here. Okay. Let me do it that way. All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to close this one. And then I'm going to close this one. All right. So everybody with me now. We're going to open the Notes app. And remember, if you can't find the Notes app, you can always go a couple screens over and then tap the library and scroll down to the ends. Or you could type Notes at the top, Notes, and then open it that way. Okay? Then I'm going to tap, I have the Notes app open, and I'm going to tap the little dots at the top. And it says split view, and I tap that. So far, so good, everyone?
Mine says
then-
view as gallery, select notes, view attachments when I press the 3. Let's see, maybe the other side.
I tap the 3, it says full screen, split view, and slide over.
Mine says view as gallery, select notes, view attachments. Maybe I better start over, maybe.
Mine says find a note, move note, time lines and grids, attachment view, delete, and customize toolbar.
You open the Notes app and you have the 3 little dots at the top.
I did. Mine says something different also. View as gallery, select notes, and view attachments.
Oh, this one. Select
Not
note,
these
sort.
3 little dots, not these, not those 3 little dots. The 3 little dots I'm pointing to on the screen.
That's all iCloud.
Have you opened Notes?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, the 3 little dots at the center of the top. And I tap on split view. Then I open the other app that I would like to get as a source. I'm going to click Photos. And I'm going to click at the bottom of Photos where it says Library. And here's the, well, I can click Albums. At the bottom of the Photos app, I'm going to click Albums and Recents. Now here we're just trying to pick a picture, okay? Any old picture will do. I'm going to pick a picture of my eagle. All right. And I'm going to now have an eagle in this window or a picture in this window. And I have my Notes app in the other window, and I'm going to click the pen and paper at the bottom right to start a new note. And then I'm going to put some text. Check out the eagle.
Yeah, I have a split screen. Now I have iCloud, Notes, new folder.
Right, and there's where my cursor is, right below the words, check out the eagle. I come over and I click on that
One of
screen,
these and get a picture that you want to bring over there. I don't know.
and I'm going to click the little dots at the top right now of the
Facebook screen.
photo application, and I'm going to click copy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back over to the other side where the cursor's blinking. I'm going to click there, tap there, and click
I'm
paste.
just gonna leave it because I've done something like that by myself before.
Okay. So now I have put the picture of the eagle in my note. Now, what if I had done that with messages, for example? I'm just going to close the note here.
Can you look for your
Going to put the
picture?
picture of the eagle,
Maybe.
slide over,
Mm-mm.
and I'm going to go to messages. Now, don't do that with, just stay where you are for a minute.
Camera.
I'm going to start a new message, and I'm going to send it to
Take a
Jim.
Yeah, no. That's not sorry. Want. No, I'm sorry.
And do I have Jim there or James? I think it's James, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's James McIntyre. Right? And I move the cursor down to the bottom, to the message down here. And now I'm going to copy the picture of the eagle, come over to the message and paste.
I'm not messing with
Okay.
that. I've done something like that before.
And then I can send that to Jim. We can get the right. Oh, I've got to do this. Slide over. No, I want it to.
So I took a picture of Skylar.
And I'm sending it to Jim.
Options.
And Jim just received the picture of the eagle.
Yep, I did. I got it.
How about that?
Worked.
So I'd like to get a couple pictures from you folks using this technique.
Oh dear.
Here are some images of your folks from the web.
So let me hold right there for a minute. The thing we're trying to get is a couple of features here. One, how to work with two windows side by side. And I'm going to start over again, right? So that we all kind of get this. I'm going to close both windows.
Close everything.
Okay. I'm going to open the notes one first, or the messages one first.
Notes.
So we all open the message app.
Open the message app.
Now wait a minute. Open the message app.
Okay, I got it open. Did you get the notes first? Yeah, and message.
Okay. And I'm going to start a new message. That's the pen and paper in the upper center of your screen.
Okay.
And I'm going to send this one to Ann.
Quick note.
So now I've selected Ann Ross. And now I say, well, I'd like to send her a picture. So I'm going to split the screen now. I can split the screen at any time when those three little dots are up there. Center top of the screen, we click the three little dots and we say split view. We don't say slide over, but split view. And it kind of disappears to the left. Don't worry about that. And then I'm going to select the Photos app. And it automatically shows up the other half of the screen. And then just click on any old picture you want. So let me choose this one. So I chose this picture.
I'm not going to do this because I think I screwed up.
And then the easiest way to do this is tap not the three dots in the center of the app, but the three dots in a circle. The only thing that three dots do, no matter where they are, is they give you an additional menu of things. If I did the one in the middle, it would show up like that. If I do the one over here with the circle around it, it gives me these kind of features, and I'm just going to copy it.
I sent it to my friend with a hula skirt.
And then I'm going to go
I
into
think he got
the
it.
message I'm sending Ann, and down here's where I would type. But instead of typing, I'm just going to tap and paste. And now I've got the picture in there, and I can send it.
Send failure.
Got it, Bill.
All right. But I haven't gotten any. Oh, I did get some from three or four folks here. Yes. Well, that's a cool picture of the fall. Who sent me that one? With the heart and the leaves? Who sent that one? I got a phone number. I don't have a person. What's that say on the t-shirt, Ann? Or Sharon?
This is my human costume. I'm really an alien.
Front door. An AD sent. Oh, AD, is that your backyard? Now I haven't gotten a picture from most of you. Come on.
Well, it's not working.
Mine failed. I'm trying to do it again.
Okay.
Mine didn't
That's what-
fail. I guess you haven't gotten it unless it's before Jim's.
No. Nope, not yet. Did you send it, Ann?
Yes, I did.
Who did you send it to?
I sent it to you.
Oh, no. Oh, was it a mail versus an email?
Message. Just email.
When you
It was
send
an
that,
email.
Oh, you sent it as an email. That's okay.
You want it to go
Let me
to.
check my email.
You get it to where you, I mean, how do I get that person?
Yeah, I got it. I got it as an email,
You
Ann,
did.
but there's no picture in it.
Well, there should because I put a picture in it.
I don't see a picture.
Now, how did that happen? Because I was split screen and I was doing it
You have
kind of
to
like you
move it.
said.
Copy and paste.
Oh, maybe I didn't do that.
I did that, but how do I get it to go to him now? That's what I.
That's why we're doing it, just to try a couple of new things, right? Oh, yes, Barbara. Thank you. Good shot.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. This guy was actually building Stonehenge at Bay
Was
Park.
he? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, with riprap, the rocks there.
Yeah. Nice sunset, I assume. Unless you're on the East Coast.
No, that's not a sunset. It was taken early in the morning.
Oh, so you were on the East Coast, or you were on the island, Barrier Island, shooting the other way?
Ken Thompson Park.
Okay.
Bill?
Yep.
I have the picture on the left side of the screen and the inbox open on the right side of the screen.
Now you have to open the email. You have to start a new email.
Okay, and I obviously did that.
Let me do it with you, Ann.
Okay.
I'm gonna split screen this guy. And now I'm gonna open the email. Where's email? Hi.
You want to send something to me or him? I was trying to, and I can't figure out how.
All right. And I'm gonna,
I have all the alphabet at the bottom part of my screen. How do I get rid of that? You don't have that.
where, on which one?
Oh, wait, you're in messages and I'm in inbox.
I'm in the inbox now.
Are you on split screen?
Yeah, but you don't see it. Why don't you see it? Did you see the split screen before, folks?
In here, like.
Yes, I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah, and then I typed his name to send it to him.
Why isn't it doing split screen?
Yeah, this other screen came up.
Can you
asked what I wanted to say.
mute everybody
Sent it.
so that
Yeah,
we don't
I
hear
will.
Mary Ann?
I'm sorry.
I will. Yeah,
Thanks, Bill.
hold on.
We just see
I
just the
gotta,
one.
I gotta do something here. Stop mirroring. Start mirroring. Ah, okay. So, bring up photos. I'll choose a photo here. And I'm gonna split screen it. Darn, I don't think it's gonna work again.
Why don't you try bringing up photos, but don't select a specific picture until you go to split
Yep,
screen?
I think you may be right, Bill. Ah, that's working. And now select the picture. There we go. All right, now, and I have something similar to what you have, inbox on one side and a picture on the other. And I tap,
Yes, except that mine are the opposite way around. That won't matter, will it?
it doesn't matter, okay?
Okay.
And I click new message, new email down here. I'm going to send it to Ann, so I put Ann's address in here. And I come down here to the body of the text. And well, I'll say subject picture. So far, so good. And then I tap and I see where my cursor is below the subject line before my salutation, right? And now I got to split screen that, split view, left. So now I have this. Then I come over here and I'm going to copy the picture. And I come over here and I paste it. And then I send it. So you had that little extra step here where I had to split screen the actual email that I was sending.
Okay, I'm back to, I've got the email up and picture and the cursor's blinking and I have split the screen. Did I split the right screen or the left screen? It says split.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you have a split screen right?
Yes, okay, now it's split. And then I hit the three dots again.
Now wait, what do you have on the left?
Well, I have the picture on the left and the email on the right.
Like mine is on the screen right now?
No, it's the other way around.
It doesn't matter.
No.
But you could, so you put my name here,
Uh-huh.
you put something in the subject line,
Yes, I did. I
then
wrote
you click,
picture,
you click down here where,
right? I'm there with you, right there.
Okay.
I am exactly there.
and then on the picture side, you click the three dots, the top left, top right, and you click copy. Yes?
No,
Say
mine
something.
says find in note. It says scan, pin, lock, find in note, move note, lines and grids and delete.
Oh, so you don't have it in picture mode. You're
I
in some
guess
other
I'm in notes instead of email.
Oh, click on the picture.
Okay, I clicked on the picture and it says done or the three dots. Should I click on the three dots?
Yeah, try that. Is there a copy there?
No, it's full screen, split view, and slide over.
No, that's the three dots at the top. If you click on the picture in a note, wow.
Bill, check
All
mine
right,
that I
dude.
sent on 1668. It's a cute one.
Hang on. Let me open a note here.
I just take a picture from my photo album and then I decide where I want to do with it. That's easier than this.
Okay, so now I have something similar to what you have, Ann.
Yes, I guess.
Yep.
Yes, I do. Uh-huh.
Do me a favor. Just click on the picture. Press and hold the picture. Press and hold the picture, and you should have something come up called copy. Yes? No?
I'm sorry. At the bottom, I have the share sign, and then also something that looks like a round circle with an A in it. And then it just says done at the top or image 2181.
I know.
That hasn't helped, has it? There's a real problem.
What's the picture of?
It's a picture of my family.
Okay. Press and hold one of the members of your family. Just press the screen and hold it. And then release the screen, and it should say copy. Did that happen? Or maybe you don't have that
Well,
capability.
I probably don't. I have the camera and the share and that little A with a circle around it.
Okay, everybody else, I want you to look at the screen for a minute. I have this picture, and it's a relatively new iPad. And you see the picture of the eagle. I'm going to, this is another tip, by the way. If I press and hold the screen right in the middle of the eagle there, let me do it right here. And it says copy.
Oh yeah, I got that now.
So click copy. And then go over to the new message and click where the cursor is blinking after the subject line and paste. And what I have done is I've taken out of the picture, in my case, it's the picture of an eagle. In your case, with no background. In your case, Anne, it would be the picture of your family members and paste.
Hey, Bill, on that feature, is there a way that you can paste it directly into photos?
Let me see. I think if you click share and then save image.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you get it, Bill?
Now I have, did I get it? Oh, somebody, did you send it? Somebody.
I sent one.
Is that a coyote, Jim?
That's mine, Bill. Our masseuse wore a hula skirt. My sister likes Hawaiian music.
Is that what you wore for Halloween?
No, my sister likes Hawaiian music when she gets a massage, so she wears that.
But you still didn't get mine, did you, Bill?
Oh, no, I'm not. I've got to go to I've got to go to mail.
Oh,
And yes, I got it. You're in.
all right. No, thank you.
Ah. What did Huey send me? Huey sent me a picture of Ann Ross.
Awful
That's
picture of us.
Huey, you did a good job there. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody. Boy, there was a lot of hints in that one. Wow.
I'll play with this until I figure this out.
What you need to do is play with those three dots that show up in the middle of the screen to work with split view. Okay?
Bill, this is
Yes.
Bärbel Schnurr. Could you try to get me into split view? I cannot get into split view.
You can't get when
No,
you
I can't get. Yes,
do you
I've got
have
the
the three
notification.
do you have the three dots that appear at the top of the screen?
In notifications or in what?
No.
Notes.
Open an app, open notes.
Yes,
Open
I
photos.
opened notes. Yes.
Okay. And look at my screen now. I've opened notes. You
Yes.
see the three dots that are at the top of the screen? This is on your iPad, not your
Yes.
iPhone. If you
Yes.
tap those three dots,
No, it's not even coming up.
it
Yes.
will say split view or slide over. Yes?
No, it says view as gallery, select notes, sort by, group by notes, or view attachments.
Say that again, please.
It says view as gallery, select notes, sort by, group by date, or view attachments.
View attachment.
Select notes, perhaps. Yeah.
Notes now.
Perhaps I have to go select notes.
You're talking about the three dots clear at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
You see where I'm pointing on mine? These three dots right up here.
But you're not in notes, you're in the Eagle.
It doesn't matter where you are. I'm gonna open notes.
Yeah, I opened notes and there are the three dots.
Okay, you see
And
the
when
three
I
dots there at the
push on
up
that,
here.
it says view as gallery, select notes, sort by, default date edited, group by date, and view attachments.
Bill, go to a note that has something in it.
Pardon?
I'm talking to Bill. Now you see she's
so.
looking at the wrong three notes, the three dots. Over in the notes to the left, there's three dots, and
know.
I think that's what she's, yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I'm
Are
on the
you-
left, and on the right
Over on the
there's
left.
another three dots. Yeah,
I'm talking
on the
about the
left.
three. So
Go
I'm in
go
notes
to the
right
left a
now.
little bit more. Go to the left a little bit more.
I
Right
got
there.
you. Is that what you're
I think
talking
that's what
about,
she's-
these three dots? Yes,
When I go to the left,
not
it says
not those three
folders.
dots, dear, not those three dots. It's these three dots.
What? These three dots.
So we got three dots mania here. There's three dots here, as Yui was pointing out. There's three dots here. Both of those are in circles. Then there's three dots at the middle at the top of the screen. That's the one that works with split screen.
Yes, I see those. Oh,
That's the one you,
yes.
that's the
Now
one.
it says split screen. Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
Bill, along these
That-
lines, how did you get your mailbox on the other half of the split screen? Because I got it, but my friend couldn't get it here.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and do the mailbox
Bill,
instead.
it says,
He's going back to do mail.
Okay,
yes.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to the mailbox.
Oh, it-
Here's the mailbox. Here's the mail. And there's the three dots.
Okay, thank you. There.
It's always those three dots that you work with
Bill,
when you're
I-
working with split screen. Now I've opened, let me go
Bill,
back.
I got split view.
Let me go with you again, okay, Bearbell? I'm gonna open,
Yes, it says split view. Split view, choose another app.
I'm gonna go there. What app are you on?
Thank you.
I'm just
Messages
on,
or notes?
I was on notes.
Okay, stay on notes. Okay, I'm on notes.
Okay,
And you see where the three dots are? I click that and we say split view.
yes.
And
I've
what
now-
happens is it slides clear off to the left and it just shows a vertical here.
Okay.
Now, open the second app. Let's say I open pictures. Or I open calendar or any other app you open now. I'm going to open messages. So now I've got messages on one screen and notes on the other. And
No.
do I want, I'll do the Stonehenge here. And let me grab this picture, right? Stonehenge. I want to copy it. I clicked on it, copied it. I'm going to come on the other side now. I'm going to start a new note, and I got the keyboard in the way.
Bill, I have a split view now, but it's the same. It says folders and then on both sides. And one
You
side
click
is
the
search.
same app twice. You click the same
Yeah.
application twice. So close
So
one of
do I
them by
go
clicking the close one of
once?
them by clicking the
What?
three dots and close it. And now you only have one. And then you click the three dots and split view. Okay. And now I'm going to start a new note. And copy the picture. A new note. And the three dots and paste. Whoops. Click the cursor over here. And paste. Oh, come on. Ooh. Doesn't like to copy that picture. Wow. Not working quite right for these two. But for the most
Bill,
part, it will be working for you.
Bill, I had the same problem. I had to download the picture first, then I could copy it.
Oh, goodness. I had to save it,
Yes,
and then you had to go to photos to get it.
yes, yes.
Oh, boy. That was creative.
Use one of your own, Bill.
I can use this one now, I think. As you suggested.
Yeah, but you're stuck now where you were before. You've got to
No, I
clear the
copied.
screen. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Anyway. What you need to do is you just play with it a while, like you was doing there, and pretty soon it becomes, oh, you can do this, you can do that. Okay? With it.
The big thing is you got to hit the right 3 dots.
When you're working with split screen, thank you, you only use the 3 dots that are not in the circles. There's a feature on your device called dark mode. My wife uses it for reading at night. And the way you get to that is you go to settings, and what it does, display and brightness, and there's a light and dark mode. Okay, they recommend you go to dark mode at night, and you see what it does? Light mode looks like this. A lot easier on your eyes. On my screen, I have 300 applications on 3 screens, but yet I can only put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 little icons on each screen. Right, so that's 30 icons. 6 times 5 is 30 on each screen. And yet I have 300 apps on here. How do I do that? I combine them, and you'll notice I have one called Talk or Text. See that one? It has all these apps in it. It's equivalent to a folder on the on your computers. So what I did, and I spent quite a bit of time doing this, I organized them. I said, gee, I have a lot of apps that deal with books. And so I have all those apps that deal with books, and I put them all in a folder. I have apps that deal with shopping, right? I put all those apps in a folder. I think you have the idea of what I was doing. And now my screen's locked up. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So how do I combine them? How do you put them together? I think there was a little question on the phone test this morning of how do you eliminate apps? And the way you do it is you put your finger in a blank area and you just hold it down and the app starts shaking. There's a minus sign on each one. So I could delete this calculator here by hitting the minus sign and then hitting delete app. I think earlier today, I talked about the app library. And you can have apps on your device that do not show up on any of these screens. In the way I would put, let's say this one, let me get them to shake again. And I say, gee, I don't want to have that on any of my home screens, but I want to keep it on my iPad. I can remove it from the home screen by clicking right there. Now it's no longer on any of the home screens, but if I go to the app library over here, I get them in alphabetic order and I go down to the C's, right there it is, the one I just eliminated. And I could click on that and I've just added it to my home screen and I'm going to move it. So right now it's on a blank home screen. If I put my finger on it, I can move it around. I can move it to the left
He put it
by
there,
doing that.
moves it towards the screen.
Everybody get that idea? What I'd like you to do is get them shaking, and I'd like you to take one of your apps, move it to the right, and just hold it right on the edge there, and you'll notice how the screens pop by. If you put it on the other edge, the screens pop by going the other way. The idea here is you can move an app to any one of the home screens or create a new one. Right now it says I have 4 home screens here at the bottom. Now I only have 3. But if I hold my finger on one, and if I move it to the right, there's 2, there's 3, and whoops, let me go back the other way. Here's a blank one. And you'll see the dots at the bottom reflect the fact that I now have 4 home screens. I'm going to take the calculator and I have my finger and I'm just moving it around. I'm going to move it to the left-hand side. And if I want to put it on any one of these screens, I just take it off the edge and it stops shifting from screen to screen. All right. The question still remains, well, you can get them off your home screen, Bill, by hitting that minus sign and saying remove from home screen. I could also delete it from my device.
How do you make
But I want
it?
to combine 2. Did I have a question?
Yeah, how do you make the an icon larger? Like you have
You
3
don't. An icon larger on the screen, you're saying?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't make the icons larger.
The messages.
Mhm.
Well, you have 3 of them larger on your screen there.
Oh, the ones at the top? That's a discussion for, I think I have a later class coming up. It's called widgets. Those are widgets.
They wiggle.
Okay, yeah, now I remember.
Now you remember?
And you sometimes.
We can do that, but let's not shift gears here. The other place you can move the apps is to the bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, just a minute.
Morale or something. I can't remember which.
Wait, I think I got it.
You can put, it looks like 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can put 14 on what's called the dock at the bottom. The nice thing about the dock is you put the apps you most often use, and no matter what home screen you're on, the dock remains the same. So for example, if I wanted that calculator down there, I don't think it'll go down there now because I have 14 down there. Oh, it will. Goose. There's 15. They keep getting smaller. Right? So I could move an app down there. If I want to move the news app down there, I just move it down, squeeze it between two of them, and it appears down there. Most of us have at the edge of the dock an app that looks like it has 4 apps on it. That's this one over here. That's actually the app library. So instead of shifting from left to right, from right to left, I mean, from right to left 3 or 4 times, you can just tap that and it will take you directly to the app library. So if I tap that, I go to the app library and then I have to shift the screen from, oh, geez, it does that?
Bill, in the app library, can you move an icon from one screen to another?
One screen or one folder? Is that what you mean? One of these folders to another?
Yes. Yes.
Apple has done this. They put them in the folders they want, they think are appropriate. I haven't tried. Let me try here. Let me see if I can. No. I just added it to this particular place. But anyway,
Bill, mine, doc has a little bit different setting. It's showing a couple of things. It shows my apps and then also it looks like the most recent ones. And I
recently
just went
used.
in, yeah, and I just went to the home screen and app library and settings and found a couple of things. One, that's where I can change that. But also there's a choice there. It says use large app icons.
Let's go there. Where were you? Settings, display and brightness.
No, home screen and app library.
Gotcha.
The one right under it.
Yep. So what Yui's saying is he went to settings and home screen and library, and he says add to home screen newly downloaded apps. You're going to add to the home screen or just the app library. And
Mine
use
has,
large app icons. Let's see what difference it is. See if it's different size.
it looks like it only changes the dock.
Oh yeah. So Bob, you had that question. You can make them larger, right?
Yep.
I just made them larger, right? And it show app library on the home screen, so you can have that. But then it shows suggestion and recently used. I turn that off. It just takes up more room on my dock. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I just did
No,
that myself. So
thank you for
I just discovered it. So while we're on here.
Okay. So we were talking about how to add apps down here, and some of us have additional apps here at the right, which is what Yui was talking about. I like having the app library shortcut down there, but I took off recently used and whatever the other category was. Okay. You can put a lot of apps down here. I didn't know you could put this many. They started out with only 10 at first, and now I'm going to try to move that one, see if I can get another one down there. Yep. How many can I get down there? Keep putting more down there? Yeah, they keep getting smaller and smaller, but you can continue to add apps down there and you can pull them off. Now, if I go back to here, where we were dealing with multiple apps in the same little icon, and we'll call that icon a folder. All right. In order to create that, you take one app, and I'm going to take calculator and move it on top of. So I'm going to click on calculator, put my finger on calculator, and now I can move it, and I'm going to put it in the iTunes store. Ooh, it's going to run away from me, aren't you? Sometimes it's hard to do this. There we go. I went up from the bottom, and it came up, and it did a couple of things. It combined those two together, and then it recreated something called utilities. It created a name for it. Now, I don't like that name. And many of you may say, well, how do you change that if you don't like it? Well, I can click up here. The keyboard will appear on your screen, and you can type. And you can type special or whatever you want to call it. All right. And then I just tap screen, and now I have a folder called special, and I can add additional things into it. I'll put this thing in there. This is the app that allows me to turn on the sprinkler system at my son's house. And I'll put this one in there. And I'll put Princess in there. So I put all those apps in there. And then I put them all in alphabetical order for my benefit in the name of them. So you can switch around that folder, this one. I can move it anywhere on the screen, just like you can an app.
Bill, can you have the same icon in more than one grouping, like that calculator? Can you have it in two or three different groupings?
Let me try something. Let me try something. If you can get the calculator to appear on the screen, I'm going to take that one again. And put it on this screen. And the answer to his question is yes. So you can put one app in multiple places. I don't know if I can put it in the same folder, can you? Yep. So I have the calculator twice in that particular folder. Now your question at this point, okay, I'd like everybody to try that before I go on. All right. I'd like you to move a couple of apps in together so you have a folder. And then I'd like you to try to change the name of it. Now I'll demonstrate it again. I'm going to take maps. They're all wiggling, right? So you touch the screen and got them to shake. You take one app and you just put it on top of the other, and all of a sudden it creates an app, and this one's called Navigation. You'll notice Apple tries to name it. So go ahead and try that first. Okay, everybody? Nobody's responding. That concerns me. We're all asleep?
No.
Yes. Oh, you were saying, yep, we got it. Now, as part of this exercise, you're learning that there's a difference between tapping the screen and pressing and holding the screen. In this particular case, what it does is you press and hold the screen in a blank area, they start shaking. Now, I didn't want to put those two apps in that folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one called Maps and move it out. And now it's outside the folder. I'm going to open the folder again and move the second one out. The folder disappears when you remove the last one. Now I'm going to do the same thing with Special here. I'm going to move Files out. I open the folder and I move Princess out. Open the folder, move Calculator out. Open the folder, I move iTunes Store out. Oops. Where'd it go? I move. Oh, that's interesting. And I'm going to delete the second calculator. Here's iTunes Store. Move it out. Folder disappears because I've removed the last one. All right, everybody.
Hey, Bill.
We still have the majority of us with us.
Yeah, we appreciate all the good information. Thank you.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go ahead. You ask the question, Jim.
Okay, I just want to tell you something I just learned.
Good.
To get a screenshot, I touch the volume up button and the power button fast. Just barely touch it. And then it makes it does that. But if I press them and hold them, it gives me the power
Okay.
off. So
Great discovery. And yes, you have to press them simultaneously and then let it go pretty quickly. Yes.
Gotta
Beautiful.
do it fast. Gotta do it fast. Okay.
A highway patrol pulled over another speeding car on the freeway. Glancing at the car, he was astonished to see the blonde behind the wheel was knitting. Realizing that she was now he was trying to pull her over, right? He pulled alongside her when she was speeding. Realizing that she was obviously oblivious to the flashing lights and the siren, the trooper cranked down the window, turned on his bullhorn and yelled, "Pull over! Pull over!" "No," the blonde replied, "it's a scarf." All right.
Thank you, Bill.
Anne's just shaking her head. You didn't just say that.
These are too funny. Oh, it's just so funny.
All right, everybody.
Uh,
I got to check something. Anybody know what we're doing next week? Next week?
yeah, do we do
Widgets.
Let me get to the calendar.
Widgets and wallpaper.
Oh, it was two things, wasn't it?
Widgets
more
and
wallpaper.
wallpaper.
Okay. Let me check something.
well, I was listening to it.
Widgets and wallpaper. Somebody was asking me, Bob was asking, so you better be here next week, Robert. We got widgets and wallpaper next week. All right. Have a good week, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Have a good week yourself, Bill. We'll see you next week.
Great.
All right. Take
Thank you,
care,
Bill.
folks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep. Bye-bye now.
Thank you, Bill. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Take care, AD.